the market. So please download the app. Singles app.
7 News is uniquely Adelaide. Always has been, always will be. We all live and work here. Live in Adelaide at 11:30 and 4. Live in Adelaide at 6.
Know Adelaide's news. 7 News with Jane Doyle.
It's an alarming statistic, but 1 in 4 Australian children is overweight. And with early intervention crucial, Australian researchers have developed a program which can detect those at risk before their first birthday.
Meet 2-year-old Hunter, happy, healthy and full of energy. Thanks to early intervention from mum Sarah.
There's so many tests that you do all throughout your pregnancy in those first few years of childhood that look for all different kinds of things. Yeah, obesity is not one of them.
A new program created by researchers at the University of Queensland could now change that.
This is really all about giving children the best, healthiest start to life.
iPathway looks at a range of factors. It's able to predict if a baby will eventually become obese with 75% accuracy.
The infant's sleep patterns in their first year of life, whether or not they were born prematurely, if the mother smoked during her pregnancy, and female sex of the child.
1 in 4 Australian children is considered obese. That's around 2 million kids across the country.
Clinicians have identified a number of barriers to raising the topic of weight with children and families.
Researchers have found intervention from as early as 12 months could prevent childhood obesity, including adequate exercise and a balanced diet.
They see it as a great way to get on top of their health early and make sure their baby's growing in the best, healthiest way.
Making sure all Australian kids live a happy and healthy life. Anna McGraw, 7 News.
Time for more on the weather now. And Amelia's in the Barossa this evening. And how's that change tracking, most importantly?
Jane, it's in the Gulf at the moment. We're expecting it in the city within the next 30 minutes or so. For now, though, we're seeing the odd prefrontal shower over the metro area. We've just had a pretty intense one rolled through Tanunda here a few moments ago, but it certainly hasn't dampened celebrations here for the opening of the Barossa Vintage Festival. It runs for 5 days from tomorrow and features more than 75 events. One is the hugely popular Festival Parade, which is on Saturday. It has 50 floats and is the first of its kind post-COVID. Still warm right now before that front approaches. It's currently 22 degrees here in the Barossa, 23 in the city after a top of 23.5 today. Taking a look across the state, and as we heard, of course, strong northerly winds statewide ahead of that change that we're expecting overnight. So far, Stenhouse Bay and Cummins have experienced the change, and they've had about a millimetre in the gauge so far as the front driving it rolls through. It's been working with a low to the south to churn out today's gusty and dusty conditions. In the front's wake, cool southwesterlies, and they'll continue this week as a high ridges in from the south. Interstate, and a windy and at times wet day in Melbourne and Hobart tomorrow. 29's the top for Sydney. Back home, and showers could reach as far north as the Northwest Pastoral District, and there's still a chance about the Flinders, mid-north and across the south tomorrow as well. So a shower or two's tipped over Mount Gambier. 19's the top there, and in Uriutpa, 21 in Victor Harbour, 23 in Murray Bridge, 24's the top for Renmark and for Port Lincoln, 22 for Kadina, and up to 23 in Whyalla and Ceduna, 25 in Port Augusta. And strong winds are set to continue about south central and southeastern coast tomorrow too. In the city, and we've got a good chance of showers tonight, continuing into the morning after a low of 14, a top of 21's on the way. On Metro Waters, westerly winds to 25 knots, turning southwesterly from late morning with seas up to 2 metres. Looking ahead, and we could see another couple of showers Thursday, partly cloudy, 21 Friday and Saturday. So one of the better days of the week for the AFLW Grand Final or for the Vintage Festival Parade here. Then the showers look set to return from Sunday. Now, before I go, let's take a look at tonight's ray of sunshine. And it's one from down the road here in Tanunda. If you've driven through the Barossa recently, you might have noticed a couple of familiar faces roadside. Local farmer Daniel created Bluey and Bingo from the well-known kids show out of hay bales to make his 2-year-old daughter smile. But it's made many more smile too, with dozens of cars stopping by the Rifle Range Road property every day for a photo since the bright hay bales appeared. It's a very popular show in my house too. I have put in a request for maybe Peppa Pig next, Jane.
That might be a bit more challenging with the hay bales. Thanks, Amelia. Well, that's all the news we have for you for now. I'll have updates throughout the evening. But for the time being, from all of us here in the 7 newsroom, good night.